Who is this guy? You might ask yourself this when you hear the name of someone you don't know. Maybe the name reminds you of someone you know with the same name, causing you to assume that the two people are similar. Or maybe you have no preconceived thoughts of who that person might be. Anders Walter Kilen is my full name. Even though I'm only 17 years old, my name has history already. So let me tell you a little more about my name, and hopefully you will understand how your name is something that belongs to you alone, something you create as a representation of yourself, and how your name is something that no one can take away. First, Anders. Why did my parents decide on Anders, and why isn't it pronounced Anders? My ancestry is Norwegian, Swedish, Croatian, German, Austrian, and Native American Indian. My parents wanted my name to represent my ancestry. Therefore, they picked Anders, after Anders R. Kilen, my great-great-great-grandfather. Anders was born in 1846 in Norway, and at the age of 11, arrived in America with his parents and 6 siblings. However, my name represents more than just Norway, because my parents chose to pronounce it Anders after my grandfather, Andrew. He was known as Andy, a first-generation American with German parents who emigrated in the late 1800s. My grandpa Andy was a World War II survivor who earned a Purple Heart and Silver Star. I am thankful for my grandpa Andy being not only an inspiration for my name, but also the examples he's passed along. My middle name is Walter, after my grandmother's father, Walter. Great-grandpa Walt was a hard-working, rugged outdoorsman who was part Native American Indian. He earned his living as a logger in International Falls, Minnesota, but his true love was hunting and fishing. I never met my great-grandpa Walt, but his memories are alive in the hunting stories told by my father. Finally, my last name, Kilen, which takes me back to Anders R. Kilen. My great-great-great-grandfather was an early pioneer of Jackson County and founded the township of Lakefield, Minnesota. He and his wife had 6 children, one of whom sold his land and lent his name to Kilen Woods State Park in Lakefield. I am fortunate to know my ancestry and the meaning behind my name. I feel a great sense of pride to be named after my family members before me. I use their stories as a model for my life and the name I will continue to build. I hope to be as brave as my grandpa Andy, as hardworking as my great-grandpa Walt, and as determined as my great-great-great-grandfather Anders. Hopefully one day others will hear my name and know my story just like my grandparents and great-grandparents before me. Many of you at SEA don't know me by my full first name, but rather know me as Durs. It was the first day of 7th grade when Anthony Owens and I were sitting in Mr. Weber's English class, and Anthony asked me if I had any nicknames that I go by. I thought of the nickname Durs, which was given me in 6th grade by a friend. I didn't think much of it at the time, but people started calling me Durs, and the rest is history. I think the only teacher who has never called me Durs was Mr. Conway. Every day as I walk the halls of STA, I can count on people yelling or saying my name just to say it. It is a nickname known by so many in the halls of St. Thomas Academy that has created my fondest memory. St. Thomas Academy has given me the greatest 6 years of my life, and I would like to thank my teachers, friends, family, and especially my parents and Aunt Jean for their support in helping me get to where I am today. I've made many friends and memories, and will never forget the trips up to Bone Lake, hanging out in Matthew Martini's basement, or deep talks with Chase Foley. If I had the chance to go back to my first day of 7th grade, I wouldn't change a thing, because that is the day I became Durs. Your name might not be something you like, and it's definitely not something you get to choose, but the story behind your name is yours forever. I challenge you to learn about your ancestry and the stories of the people who have come before you. Think about what you want your name to represent. It would take a lifetime to create your story. It's your story. It's your name, your story, something that only you can create and something that no one can take away. I know that my story is just beginning. Thank you and God bless.